All right, we're gonna discuss 10 steps to cut the last 10 pounds of fat. Now, make no mistake, the last 10 pounds of fat can be harder. As you have less fat to lose, leptin levels dip, hunger can increase, and your body can try to conserve energy. So losing the last 10 pounds of fat can be a lot harder, and this is where most people get stuck. And this is frustrating because the last 10 pounds is when you start to look like a movie star. Now I've cracked the code. I'm gonna share 10 steps that have helped me cut the last 10 pounds of fat. So first one is you wanna set a very specific, clear goal on what you want to achieve. So maybe you're 190 pounds, you wanna get down to 180. You wanna write that in your phone. I am feeling incredible at 180 pounds. I'm lean, I'm chiseled. You wanna look at that every day. You wanna ingrain that into your mind. This is now who you are. You're not the 200, 190 pound guy struggling to lose weight. You wake up in your head, you're 180, and now you're gravitating towards that goal. This is a powerful mindset trick, and I've used it every time I've locked in on a goal. Second one, you wanna set your calories based on your goal weight, not your weight right now. Because if you lose 20 pounds because you weigh less, you're naturally gonna burn less calories. So when someone's losing weight and they set it based on their current weight, they have to adjust their calories, and it can be kind of annoying. So the last few years, I've just told people, even with myself, just set it based on your goal body weight. Now, if you have more weight to lose, that's fine, because when you have more weight to lose, you can handle a bigger deficit. So if you're 210, you wanna get down to 180, you can just set your calories based on goal body weight. I really like to do 13 calories per pound of body weight. This is amazing for losing fat and maintaining muscle and keeping testosterone high. If you wanna go a little more aggressive, 12 calories per pound of goal body weight. There is no reason to ever go below 12 calories per pound of body weight, especially if you're active, okay? You're just gonna end up losing more muscle, dipping your testosterone. Your metabolism can dip a little bit if you go too low in calories, so it's a negative. So 12, 13 calories per pound of target body weight is the sweet spot. Literally 3, okay? This is so important. Eat the same thing every day. I don't think I've ever got ripped or chiseled mixing up my meals all the time. Eat the same thing every day. Just own the pattern of eating. So I fast every day. My first meal, I'll do a fruit bowl. I'll do Greek yogurt mixed with my chocolate collagen, which really helps keep you full. Some sliced bananas. Okay, that's like 350 calories. Then I'll throw in, sometimes a couple Rice Krispies or croissant. I'm having 700 calories. I eat that every day. It satisfies me, it hits the spot. Once you find something that hits the spot, just eat that every day. And then you get conditioned to always feel satisfied after you eat it. If you mix it up all the time, it's easier to wanna eat more, it's easier to fall off. For my dinner, I do, 14 ounces of lean meat, some potatoes, some vegetables, or I have 2 dinner options. I'll have some steak tacos, right? Homemade steak tacos. Really, really key. Eat the same thing every day. For my dessert, I'll have 400, 500 calories of chocolate or cookies. I'm doing cookies right now. I just keep it so simple. And if I go to a restaurant, I just do the same thing. And I know how much portion I should have, so I just look at it, I eyeball it. So eat the same thing every day. The more variety you have, the harder it is to stick to it. And if you look at these actors that get ripped from movies, almost every single time they get ripped, they just follow a simple meal plan, they stick to it. Now you wanna make your meal plan balanced. If you go too low in carbs, too low in fat, your body's gonna get depleted of vital nutrients, and then you're gonna get these cravings. So if you eat balanced, you can lock in, and the diet becomes so easy. After the first couple weeks, you get locked in, and it's just automatic. Now if you go too low in carbs, too low in fat, your body's deprived of nutrients, and so you're never gonna feel locked in. You're always gonna feel like you're battling carb cravings or hunger, or you feel like you need more fat, and so balance is key. Now 4, this is so important, especially when you wanna get momentum, you wanna get locked in, is weigh yourself every morning. So as soon as you wake up, take a piss, take your clothes off, step on the scale. By weighing yourself every day, you know if the diet is working. You'll see your weight in real time go down. Now, you'll have fluctuations where one day you could hold a bit more water, you're a pound heavier, a pound lighter. These fluctuations happen, but over the course of a few days, you're gonna see your weight going down. So I always like to weigh myself daily to get locked in. And then sometimes you think you're eating in a deficit, you're actually not, because you're not estimating your calories correctly. And so stepping on the scale every day, you know after a few days if you're in the deficit. When you eat the same thing every day, your water retention tends to be pretty consistent. So you'll see over the course of 5, 6 days, boom, weight's down a pound, boom, weight's down a pound. And sometimes things might be slow for a week and then boom, they go down. But weighing yourself every day is very, very powerful. 5, you'll notice that as you get locked in and you're getting leaner and your appetite's at bay, it just feels easy, and you see the weight coming down, you'll have this temptation just to relax, to, oh, I'm gonna have a hamburger, I'm gonna go mix this up, I'm just gonna relax, eat some chips. And the problem is that when you're losing the last 10 pounds and you're locked in, you're in momentum, it's so hard to regain momentum. So I've made the mistake so many times where I'm just getting lean so easily, and I decide to kind of go off my eating pattern, I relax. You're like, okay, let's just mix it up a little bit. And then it becomes hard to get back on the plan. So once you're locked in and you're just getting leaner by the day, ride that wave, okay? Just stay disciplined, because I've just gotten very, very lean and I've been like, okay, I can relax a little bit, and then I'm just, boom, I'm off the eating plan, I'm eating a little bit more, and then I have to get locked in again. So it's much faster just to stay locked in. Now that brings me to my next point. You'll find when you're losing the last 10 pounds, if you feel ravenous, if you're super hungry, do not push through. Give yourself permission, if you're genuinely ravenous or very hungry, to have a few hundred filling calories, maybe some fresh fruits, maybe a little bit more potatoes, maybe a protein bar. If you're ravenous, listen to your hunger. Pushing through when you're already very lean is gonna set you up for a binge eat. So you wanna be like a tree. Give yourself a little bit of sway, just so I'm not ravenous. You do not want to be ravenous. You want the diet to feel like your body's in control. Now 9, every time I've cut, I've always had a couple days I've screwed up, maybe I've gone over. Don't beat yourself up, don't tear yourself apart. The best thing to do is just learn from it. I tried this dinner, it didn't hit the spot, and I overate. Or instead of having dinner at 7:30 p.m., I didn't have dinner till 9:30 and I was so hungry, right? So whatever it is, try and learn, why did you go over your calories? How can you avoid this happening next time? Don't get all, I'm a failure, why do I keep doing this? Just be absolutely logical, no emotion. I screwed up, why did I do this? How do I avoid doing this next time? And end of the day, it's not that big a deal. It's just a few hundred calories or 600 calories. We're gonna get back on the horse. Don't try and overcorrect the next day and go super low in calories and do more cardio. That just sets you back into that pattern of crash dieting and binge eating. Just get back on the horse, learn from it, keep moving forward. You cannot afford to do crazy stuff on the less 10 pounds. You can't afford to go low in calories and lots of cardio, or you'll get very, very hungry. The next point is keep your steps very, very high. When I wanna get shredded, I don't really do cardio. I literally just walk a lot. When you walk, you're burning a moderate amount of calories, but you're not increasing hunger. Even if I do like an intense incline cardio session on the treadmill, I'm incline walking, I find my appetite goes up. When I'm just walking a lot, 14,000 steps, I don't have an increase in hunger. So it's an easy way to put yourself in a deficit without increasing hunger. Now, 10K steps is good for fat loss, 12K is better, and 14,000 steps, you become a fat burning machine. When your diet is dialed, you get lean very, very quickly. So you can buy a walking pad for a few $100 and walk while you're watching a movie, getting some work done. You can do a few walks throughout the day. There's lots of ways to program this. If I have a phone call with a team member, I can just walk in circles in my apartment and I'm getting all these steps. In an hour, I might get 6,000 steps. So walk, 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 walk. Now 8, don't overdo the lifting. I even find if I'm training heavy 3 days a week and I'm doing like 3 sets per exercise, I wanna eat more. I feel like, damn, I had a crazy workout. I need to fuel that training. I wanna eat more. And so I really find when I wanna get really, really lean, I almost wanna do like stupid low volume. I just wanna do like maybe 2 sets of max, 4 exercises, 8 sets of workout. And I leave the gym feeling like I could have done more, but now I don't have that need to like, oh, I gotta eat to fuel the gain. So with your lifting, keep the volume really low where you don't feel like you're exhausted. Oh my God, I did so much, I need to eat more. Even my leg training when I'm cutting, I find when I do like a lot of Bulgarian split squats, Romanian deadlifts, and leg extensions, and like, if I'm doing all this training, I get so hungry after. So when I'm really trying to get lean, I'll keep my leg training very, very low. You know, I'll do some calf raises, I might do ATG split squats or reverse lunges, maybe a little leg curl, and that's it, call it a day. Just a very, very minimal workout. Leg training, you go really, really heavy and high volume on leg training, you feel like you can eat like a horse. So keep your volume low. So what I might do is I might do 3 days, but like super low volume, or I might just do 2 workouts a week, which is my lazy rip strategy. And when I'm really finding it hard to stay in the deficit, that's when I go to 2 workouts a week and I just do 2 sets, 4 exercises, super low volume. And is that a bit more optimal to do a little bit more? Well, perhaps, but if that makes it hard to stay in the deficit, then it's more optimal to do whatever makes the deficit easier, because at the end of the day, if you're cutting for 8 weeks, you can always increase the volume. And when you bring the volume down a little bit and you get really lean, then you increase the volume, your body responds to that increase in volume. So there is a time and a place to do a little bit less so that you do more and your body just soaks it up with the extra calories like a sponge. So go very low volume, test that out if you find your appetite gets triggered for heavy lifting. 10, get quality sleep. When you sleep well, you have much greater willpower It's easier to stick to your diet. You have less cravings. It's easier to fast, and you can retain more muscle when you're sleeping 7-8 hours a night versus 5-6. So sleep is gonna help improve body composition. When you're losing the last 10 pounds, if your sleep is shit, you're gonna be losing some muscle. If you have amazing sleep, you're doing everything right, you're gonna be able to hold all that muscle tissue. So get a very, very high quality sleep. Now, one thing I've used, and over the last, like in September, October, I got shredded down to 173. One thing I used was the Kino Shred. I was using Grains of Paradise, which is a powerful thermogenic. It increases brown fat and speeds up metabolic rate. Glucosamine is very, very powerful, okay? These are supplements that can actually enhance fat loss, especially when you're losing the last 10 pounds. So what glucosamine does, it's a prebiotic fiber, expands in your stomach, and it helps keep you very, very full. So that can naturally reduce your appetite 10-15%. Caffeine plus L-tyrosine is so effective at one, it helps blunt hunger, it increases energy, it improves dopamine production, so it keeps your motivation very, very high. And this is sort of the supplement that I've created to help me cut the last 5-10 pounds of fat. It works really, really well. So if you want to increase metabolic rate, increase thermogenesis, improve your body's ability to burn fat, and really most powerfully, keep your appetite at bay. Drop your hunger so you get full more easily. This is really, really helpful if you're having a hard time really dialing in the deficit and keeping fat loss at a good clip. This is the Kino Shred. Do all those 10 steps. If you want to accelerate results, throw this in. Your appetite's going to be lower. You're going to increase your metabolic rate. You're going to increase thermogenesis, and it is very, very powerful.